Good morning children. Today the topic which we are going to learn is Roman numbers. As you can see that this clock doesn't have numbers. Instead it has some symbols. These symbols are known as Roman numbers. In Europe in the olden times, Roman capital letters were used to write numbers. That is why they are called Roman numbers. The value of some Roman symbols are given below. The value of I is 1, the value of V is 5 and the value of X is 10. There are certain rules for writing numbers using Roman numerals. Let us see how to write 1 to 20 using these rules and the symbol IVX. Rule 1. If either of the symbols I or X is written consecutively 2 or 3 times, their sum total is the number they make. It means that whenever we write I or X 2 or 3 times, we have to substitute their values and add them, and we will get the total sum of the numbers. Example number 1. As you can see here, there are two I. By substituting the value of I, 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Second example, XX. By substituting the value of X is 10 plus 10, which is equals to 20. Third, as you can see, there are three I's. By substituting the value of I, 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equals to 3. Rule 2. The symbols I or X can be repeated consecutively for a maximum of 3 times. The numeral V is never repeated consecutively. Rule 2 means the symbols which we write I or X, we can repeat it only 2 to 3 times, not more than 2 or 3 times. And V we have to write only once, we can't repeat V. For example, number 1. I. By substituting the value 1 plus 1 is equals to 2, or 3 times I, which is equals to 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equals to 3. Children, as you can see that I is repeated twice and thrice, not more than 2 or 3 times in the first example. Example number 2, X. The value of X is 10. Or XX, the value of X is 10, so we will add it. 10 plus 10 is equals to 20. Third example, V, which is equals to 5, because the value of V is 5. Or V and I, means we have to add it. Value of V is 5 plus value of I is 1. 5 plus 1, 6, or VII, which is equals to 5 plus 1 is equals to 7. Children, as you can see in the third example, V is repeated only once. We cannot repeat V more than one time, according to Rule 3. When either I or V is written on the right of the symbol of a bigger number, its value is added to the value of the bigger number. Means when I or V is added to a bigger number, means on the right hand side of the bigger number, its value is added to the bigger number. As you can see in example number 1, there is the number given 6 in Roman numbers. You can see that I is on the right hand side of V. By substituting the values, 5 plus 1 is equals to 6. Next, as you can see that I is again on the right hand side of V. The number is 8 in Roman numbers. By substituting the values, the value of v is 5 and 3 times I means 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equals to 8. In second example, as you can see, the number is x and I. The I is on the right hand side according to rule 3. So by substituting the values, the value of x is 10. Value of I is 1. So 10 plus 1 is equals to 11. Next, x and v. V is on the right hand side of x. By substituting the value, 10 plus 5 is equals to 15. Next example, x, v, I. As you can see, according to the rule, I and v are on the right hand side of the bigger number. By substituting the values, 10 plus 5 plus 1 is equals to 16. Rule 4. When I is written on the left of v or x, then its value is subtracted from the value of v or x. However, the symbol I is not written more than once before v or x. It means that when I is written on the left hand side of v or x, the value of I gets subtracted from the value of v or x. And when I is written on the left hand side of v or x, it can be written only once. As you can see in example number 1, the number is given 4 in Roman numbers. The letter I is written on the left hand side of v. So according to rule 4, when I is written on the left of v or x, its value gets subtracted from the value of v or x. So first we will write the value of the bigger number, which is v. So the value of v is 5 minus value of I is 1, which is equals to 4. In example number 2, the number is given 9 in Roman numbers. As you can see that I is on the left hand side of the bigger number x. So again, by substituting the value according to rule 4, first we will write the value of x, which is 10, minus the value of I, which is 1. So 10 minus 1 is equals to 9. But remember, the number 8 is not written as IIX. Think little differently to write the numbers 14 and 19. If we write 14 is equals to 10 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, means 14 is equals to x plus I plus I plus I plus I. It is wrong, as we have seen in rule 2 that I and x cannot be repeated consecutively more than 3 times. Hence, we shall think of the number 14 as 10 plus 4. Then using the symbol 4 for 4, we write 14 as x plus 4, which is equals to 14 in Roman numbers. Similarly, we shall think of the number 19 as 10 plus 9 and write it as 10 plus 9 in Roman numbers, which is equals to 19. Thus, to write the numbers from 1 to 20 in Roman numbers, we first distribute a given number into groups of 10, 5 and 1 and then apply the rules given above. Thus, 12 is equal to 10 plus 1 plus 1 is equals to XII in Roman numbers, which is equals to 12. 7 is equals to 5 plus 1 plus 1, which is equals to VII, which means 7 in Roman numbers. Next number is 18, which is equals to 10 plus 5 plus 3, which is equals to, by substituting the values in Roman numbers, 10 which is equals to x, v which is equals to 5, and 3 which is I. The number is 18 in Roman numbers.